Father Alexis and I were brought together in order to create a series of concerts which would highlight the musical identities of the different ethnic varieties of the neighborhood. This is something that Father Alexis has always felt very close to, not just the Latin community, but all communities in the neighborhood. Through this concert series, Father Alexis and I developed a very, very close relationship, which wasn't spiritual because I'm Jewish, but it developed into a kind of relationship where we are very simpatico in everything else. But then one of the most important things to me is that we have lunch every Wednesday where we discuss things that are important to us. And those things are soccer, our mutual hatred of Real Madrid, Formula One, our mutual hatred of Maldonado, and other things that really I have only Father Alexis to talk to about. So this is something that I find, from my own standpoint, he's just a warm, wonderful man. From a humanistic standpoint, he really understands what the world should be and what the world really is. And those are the kind of conversations we have at length. And this is very meaningful to me. I learn a lot from Father Alexis. Hopefully he learns a lot from me. But this is the kind of relationship that I've always wanted to have. And I feel very, very blessed to have Father Alexis as my friend. Okay.
You are a very important highlight in this relationship with Father Alexis, because you represent something that is beyond Father Alexis. I mean, like he said in his interview, he finished the interview saying something like, "This is a garden." For him, his relationship with everyone who see his mass, his friendship and everything is like a garden. And all of us are plants. But he called it sheep, but not in a very, it's not a rhetoric way of
saying,
no,
I understand.
We follow the Father, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
Yeah.
It's more about how, he said that his garden grow rapidly and growing so quickly, and so many plants around it. He said that he taking care of those plants, and also he feed himself very well with everyone there. And you are another plant from that garden.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a different flower. I mean,
definitely a different variety. That's for sure.
So that way, what do you think about that? How do you feel about that? How important is that, and how that is an important message for everyone in general? The connection, your relationship, and how powerful is friendship beyond religion and faith?
Well, I think being Jewish, it seems strange to have a Catholic priest as a very, very close friend. And my Jewish friends somewhat look askance and say, "You're kidding." But I find it just wonderful that we're able to really have conversations really about both our religions in such a way that we teach each other about the differences and the very many similarities as well. But we're able to have a friendship that really is broad, and it goes beyond the spiritualism of the Father's day in and day out relationships with people, where he sort of has to be careful what he says because of his position. He can be very, very open with me. He can say things with me that perhaps he can't say with other people. And I appreciate that, and I say things to him, and I ask questions, and he gives me very, very honest answers. And he's very charismatic, and I understand how people really, really fall in love with Father Alexis. This I understand perfectly well. And I've fallen in love with Father Alexis. But from a friendship standpoint, and I feel very honored to be his friend. And as a Jew, I just think that if more and more of these kind of relationships were to happen, it might be a much, much better world.